YouTube Niner Empire, what is going down? Welcome back to another video. So, earlier on in the week, there was a lot of people saying how the Detroit Lions were the best team in the NFC, let alone the best team in the NFL. They lose to the Baltimore Ravens today, 38-6. Look, the NFC rankings, I think right now, just in totality of how the teams have played pretty much the entire year, it's San Francisco, Philadelphia, probably Dallas, and then I'll put Detroit under them. To say that the Detroit Lions were even in consideration to be the best team in the NFC is criminal. I don't know what the Lions lose today. They don't have an answer for Baltimore's run game. They seemingly can't stop Lamar Jackson through the air. The Detroit Lions defense, and pretty much all in all, their team was exposed today. To say they are the best team in the NFC was a complete disaster. That was a terrible take for some people out there. I want to say somebody on First Take going into last week had the Detroit Lions ranked number one as the team to beat in the NFC. How they got put over San Francisco or Philadelphia or somebody like that makes no sense to me. Yeah, I mean, a demolition from the Baltimore Ravens on the Detroit Lions. There's clearly a lot of more work to do for the Detroit Lions. It's one thing if you lose a close game to the Baltimore Ravens, but the game was 35-0 in crunch time with what, 5-6 minutes left. So, I mean, they didn't really score until garbage time, and it clearly didn't matter. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens just rolled. But yeah, not the best team in the NFC, not even close to being the best team in the NFC. I still think they're probably the fourth team in the NFC, all in all. I mean, yes, they'll win the NFC North. The NFC North is weak. It's probably one of the weakest divisions in football. But the Lions clearly have a lot of work to do. You can tell they're a young team. There was a lot of things that they did on offense that were... And here's the thing, too. They were missing David Montgomery, but there's really no excuse. I mean, with or without David Montgomery, I don't know if David Montgomery is really going to get you... really going to make that big of a difference to where this game is a little closer. So, yeah, bad game from Detroit. They are not the best team in the NFC. They're not even close to being the best team in the NFC. There's clearly a lot of work to do for the Detroit Lions moving forward. But yeah, like I said, I mean, for people out there saying that Detroit was the best team in the NFC, some were even saying, like I said, that they were the best team in the entire NFL. I don't like... Bad take. They clearly were exposed today. Baltimore is a good team. I'm not trying to take anything away from Baltimore. They have a great defense, clearly. But yeah, bad game from Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions. I mean, Lamar Jackson just had his way the entire day. They were running all over the Detroit Lions. The Lions had no run defense. They couldn't figure out how to stop Mark Andrews. Yeah, bad game for the Detroit Lions. We'll see what happens moving forward. I still think they're going to be a playoff team. They're going to win the NFC North. There's not really any competition in the NFC North. Lions, I think, are probably the clear-cut favorite to win the division. But, yeah, I mean, other than that, bad game from the Detroit Lions. Yeah, they're still fourth best team in the NFC, in my opinion. And matter of fact, when it's all said and done, I think we'll be able to compare the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. I don't know how... I mean, Seattle obviously is having kind of a down year or whatnot. They're still in the mix. They're not out of the mix by no means, but yeah, embarrassing game from the Detroit Lions.